Hello, my friends. John LaRuffa here with another Unbiased Unboxing. And in this episode, we are going to take a look at the Kickstarter version of Deep Regrets, an unfortunate fishing game. And we're also going to look at the Lamentable Tentacles mini expansion, too. More to regret. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, folks, as usual, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you have, I really do appreciate that support. Thank you very much. It's kind of a funny name, really, Deep Regrets. And then it says more to regret. Hope I don't regret anything about this game. All right. So, tearing into this box here. It is a 1 to 5 player game, so a lot of flexibility there. All right. There we go. There's the box. And then on the back here, you kind of see a bit of the gameplay and such out there. So it looks pretty cool. All right. Okay, we begin with Rulebook here, the Angler's Guide to Fishing. That looks like a heck of a catch, or maybe the other way around. All right, so we've got the contents. We've got some crazy artwork, some player setup, how to play, fish anatomy, fish type. It looks like it'll be pretty easy. The rules have a lot of room in them. There's a lot going on, it looks like, with regards to how they're laid out, but thematically, I think is what they were really going for. Hopefully there's plenty of examples in here. And that's the end. And then you got the Ocean Survey, which is solo or cooperative, and how you're going to set that up, and then how to play it. And then the week's end. So I'm thinking, I don't really remember if it was beat your own score or how it works there, but the Ocean Survey kind of looks like it's a beat your own score. So we've got this Madness double thick game board here. And like I said, the whole thing. So there's plenty of these. Lots of those. All right. Now we have this board right here, the port board, single-sided. We've got our game board here, the Briny Deep. So different depths. Little bag for Deep Regrets. And then our couple of different player. I don't think that we've got any difference here with regards to, no. There's no asymmetric stuff here with the different colors. Interestingly enough, you can swap them for some weird looking guys. All right. Well, that's a regret. Hopefully these cards are in good shape. They seem to have come out of their sleeve. I know there were a couple of errata things posted on the Kickstarter, so I have to look at that. None of them seem to be game breaking, but I have to dig deeper there. So plenty of ugly looking catches and terrible looking stuff that you could catch. So lots of that. All right. Oh, great. Bag of maggots. Yeesh. Bucket of chum. Definitely a horror style game. Not really surprised there. I mean, I knew that when I was going into it. All right. We've got some of these types of bags here for the components. Let's take a look at them. And by the way, these cards, a little bit on the thin quality side. That'd be another regret. I will definitely be sleeving them, but you might be also wanting to do that. Okay, so we've got these cool looking dice here. So you've got 4-sided dice, but in a way that's different than the usual stuff. They look like buoys. And that's cool. They're nice and high quality. They're wood. I like that. Let me see what else is in here. It's all dice. Yeah, it looks like all dice. So plenty of dice in that customized, cool-looking way to do it, which is nice. All right. And then we have some player, probably ships. Here's some more wood components. Yeah, we've got a couple of different ships in the 6-player colors and score markers there in the wood. What else? All right, looks like some big tokens, probably for first player or something of that nature. But there's a lot of them, so maybe I'm wrong here. So there's this. Yeah, that looks like a penalty, -2. You've got this anchor. That looks like a first player marker. And then this buoy. Not buoy. Navigational. What have you. All right, so then we got the little deck of cards here. Let's see how these look. Taking them out of the little sleeve. I don't mind these sleeves, unless they spill all over the place like it did, but they didn't look like it damaged cards. These are ironically feel a little thicker. They're probably the same size, but or the same thickness, but because they're smaller, they seem to be okay. So here we've got a bunch of green cards with all sorts of stuff on there, and then you've got Trivial Regret. So these, I think, wait a minute. Okay, so all of these are possibly like your, yeah. Things get worse as they get bigger. Heavy regret. Deep regret. All right. So we got those. What else? Got some little player markers here. And then some more cards. Hopefully they all fit back in there once I sleeve them. I think there's enough room for that to happen. Okay, so then here we've got different depth cards. So these look like more normal style things, and not necessarily horrible monsters like we saw in the other one. Although parasitic larva won't be that great. Or that, not actually that great either to catch that. And then they start to get worse. Oh, humpback whale. Whoops. Yeah. So definitely some decent amount of strange in this game. Okay, and then finally this deck here, which has, looks like our player aid over here. Yep, so dual-sided player aids. I'll tell you what to do. All right, and then, ooh, monstrous regrets. There's 10. So I'm not sure how that works. Then you've got some can of worms. Okay, so here we've got weird supply items and such. So definitely good on the artwork. I mean, it's capturing the theme of a horrific kind of fishing game. Definitely give it that. And the component quality looks pretty good, except for the cards were a little on the thin side, you know, just they feel a bit thin. All right, now let's take a look at this guy, the Lamentable Tentacles expansion here. All right, let me see how we open this guy up. What is the story here? We got a bunch of cards. All right, and that's it. So these cards go, looks like we have some biggest regrets and some depth 3, 2, and 1. So just more, oh, I see. So all of this related to tentacle-like creatures. And then some rules here. And then what you get here. So this is a 4 or 5 player game, 4 or 5, non-4 or 5. So this must be some ways to get some penalties or something like that. All right, so there we go. I'll be definitely looking forward to giving this one a try. And as usual, when I do, I will let you know. Oh, it hung around. I'll let you know what I think about it. So this looks like maybe a coin. Probably like a Kickstarter little bonus or something like that. Yeah, little fish head coin. You can see that. Okay. All right, heads or tails for flipping. Okay, and I will give them this. This is a cool box cover art in there, like someone's trophy wall with all this goofy stuff that they caught. Very nice. And just in case there's something under there, no, there's not. Okay, so thanks so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And whatever you do in the future, I really hope you have a fantastic time doing it. Take it easy.